Only days after locals came to his office to insist something be done about the dangers of the Ngāruawāhia rail bridge, Waikato District Mayor Allan Sanson admits after this latest fatality, education may not be enough to make local children safe. I was looking before at the Kiwi Rail media releases over years now, begging, urging, asking children to stay off the bridge. Children still go on it in great numbers on sunny days. An 11-year-old was killed last night when a southbound freight train connected with her on the bridge in the North Waikato town. On average, 35 train services cross the Ngāruawāhia bridge every day. Mayor Sanson says short of posting a security guard at either end of the bridge, which is simply not practical, obviously, he's out of ideas.
John, I think this is something that's happened for decades in relation to people that have jumped off these bridges for swimming into the river, or actually kids have played on these bridges. And I think it probably needs a culture change within people's attitude towards the safety on these bridges and the activities they've been taking out. And you know, it's been sort of part and parcel of this community and other communities that are associated with the rivers around jumping off these structures. And I don't know what the answer is. I know that we've worked very, very hard with both Kiwi Rail and the police for a number of years around trying to educate young people, to the point where the last 3 years we've been running programs down on the river edge with over 300 kids participating around the health and safety issues in relation to these structures and the activities they take out on them.
Yeah, I look at the Kiwi Rail media releases, I look at the newspaper coverage. There has been plea after plea after plea from everyone to the local children to not jump off the bridge. The fact of the matter is, though, that the local children jump off the bridge. And as you say, they've been doing it for generations. And so does there need to be some kind of warning system whereby, for example, like a level crossing, the train triggers some bells as it approaches from 500, 800 metres away and kids know to get the hell off the bridge?
Maybe that's an option. I hadn't thought of that before. There is a bell crossing right beside the northern end of the bridge, and there's one only about 50 metres from the southern end of the bridge, so I would imagine the kids would hear those bells. They're quite loud.
Right.
And, you know, I think in this situation, 11-year-old girl, most of the children that I see jumping off the bridge are of an older age, but a young 11-year-old girl probably got caught unawares, probably wasn't used to being out there, and unfortunately couldn't get off the bridge in time.
It's heartbreaking. What discussions have taken place today? What's happened today about all of this?
Oh, look, let's put it this way. It is certainly the conversation in town today, as you could only imagine. And, you know, this is a tight community, and this is an absolute tragedy, no matter which way you couch it. And it's, you know, you've got to put your heart out for the mother and the whānau here in relation to this. Just, I don't know, words just can't describe how, you know, difficult it is at the moment.
The question is, how does it stop? And I'm not being disrespectful of the public education efforts that have been made so far, and I know people have worked really hard. And, you know, I'm the father of teenagers, and I know what I say to them. They nod and they listen, but then they're off with their mates, and bravado kicks in, or excitement kicks in, or you need to have some kind of way of preventing them from doing it or getting them off the bridge before the train gets there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, look, I think, John, totally agree with you. I don't know really what the answer is. Next to putting a security guard at either end of the bridge, which is just not practical, I really don't know. And I think probably the only tool that, as I said before, the Kiwi Rail, the police and ourselves have got is better education within the community. There's a lot of well-meaning people. I had people in my office only a week ago that were concerned about this and asked for some help to actually more around awareness of the dangers of it. So I'd already undertaken to hold a public meeting and bring all the parties together and get the community in and actually try and get some more information out there around the risks of these kids being on these structures. And, you know, that's become even more important. But more importantly, I said to the people as they were leaving my office, I hope we don't have to meet on sad circumstances, and that's exactly what's happened in this case. And I just rue the day that this would happen.
Mayor Allan Sanson talking to us a short time ago. The solution to the railway bridge is incredibly simple. Put a pedestrian crossing on it, says one listener. Build the kids a safe platform to dive off, says another listener. In fact, lots and lots of people are saying that.